Welcome back, disgruntled sports fans. And also, welcome to the NFL Super Bowl 58 scripted pick'em show. This is the football pick'em program where I pick who I think is scripted to win because let's face it, the NFL is indeed scripted. If you haven't figured that out yet, you're either really slow, really blind, or both. So we have one last game to pick, one final prediction. And if you were here a few weeks ago, then you already know I gave you the winner of the AFC Championship game. Chiefs Moneyline upset winner, I gave it to you. I also gave you the 49ers winning. I gave you both AFC and NFC Championship winners a couple weeks ago. So I plan on nailing this Super Bowl just like I nailed the last two championship picks. I have a good feeling about this Super Bowl, and I'm going to get into all the reasons why. I'm pretty sure I know who's going to win the Super Bowl and who's going to cover the Super Bowl. And I got a special prop bet that hardly anyone's talking about that I think has a good chance to cash. Are you guys ready to hear who I think is scripted to win Super Bowl 58? Let's boogie, my friends. All right, first thing I want to point out, this is the first Super Bowl ever in Las Vegas. The very first one. Las Vegas is a city that was built on gambling revenue. I mean, let's be honest. Las Vegas is all about the money all of the time. If you've ever been there, then you know. They're trying to get as much money out of you as humanly possible whenever you go to that city. So the very first Super Bowl in Las Vegas, it is the goal of the Vegas books and the NFL collectively to get as much money as possible from those who visit Las Vegas, from those who plan on attending a game, from those who plan on attending a Super Bowl watch party. For those planning on betting on this game, yeah, they're looking to get as much money from you as possible. And their plan is working tremendously so far. Right now, there is more money bet on this game than has ever been bet before. That means this will be the most bet event of all times, the most watched Super Bowl ever, and by far the most money ever bet on any event ever. I can't stress that enough. You guys, the NFL is a business. Las Vegas is a town built on gambling revenue. The NFL is bringing its business to Las Vegas for the first time ever, and their goal is to make as much money as possible. How are they going to do that? Well, in my opinion, pretty easy. They're gonna have the team with less money bet on them win. And then the team with more money bet on them loses. And Vegas books rake that pile of cash. And that pile of cash is bigger than any pile of cash has ever been on any game. So let me show you the money situation, because in my opinion, it ain't about football. It ain't about X's and O's. It ain't about who has the better players. It ain't about football. It's about the money. And if it's about the money, then I say, show me the money. And if you take a look at these betting websites which show the splits for the game, right here, we're looking at a 75% money split, Kansas City being the heavy public money favorite, even as the underdog, which makes them a heavy public money dog. They're getting 75% of the split against the spread, according to this website, and 72% of the money line. So I don't just look at one website. I like to look at several different websites and see what the information is, see if I'm getting conflicting information, because I know people will say, Jake, you can't trust those websites. So what I do is I check several different sites, compare and contrast the information. So if I was to go to scores and odds, for instance, I'm seeing a 78% of the money is on Kansas City on the spread, 63% of the money on Kansas City on the money line. So this website basically is showing very similar splits as the last website. So if I check another one, let's go to the spread.com. This one shows a little pie chart. And this shows a 69% of the money on Kansas City, 31% on the 49ers. So basically a 70-30 split. So this website is showing similar numbers as the other two. And if we go to some of these other sites, BetMGM, it's saying as of Friday, February 9th, Kansas City +2 is the public Super Bowl side. Now, all the websites I'm checking are basically saying the same thing, that Kansas City is the public money favorite. And I did my own investigation. I had my own poll on my channel in which I let you guys vote who you think would win. And according to you guys think the Chiefs are going to win. Now, I've let you guys vote on last year's Super Bowl. And last year, you guys picked the Eagles to beat the Chiefs, which, of course, as we know, did not happen. A few weeks ago, I let you guys predict who's going to be in the Super Bowl. And the majority of you guys picked Ravens versus 49ers, which, as we know, did not happen. So I let you guys vote Chiefs, 49ers for this Super Bowl. And you guys are picking the Chiefs at 55% of your votes. We had about 5,000 votes. That's a good sample size. And you guys are picking the Chiefs. The majority of you guys picking the Chiefs, and the majority of you guys have been wrong the last few times I've run a poll like this. So, if the money is stacked up on Kansas City, the majority of the public is picking Kansas City, the majority of you guys are picking Kansas City, then guys, at this point, I have no other choice. I'm going to fade the public money. I'm going to fade Taylor Swift. I'm going to fade the golden boy, Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to fade Andy Reid and those Nuggies. I'm going to fade the fake relationship between Kelce and Swifty. I'm going to fade all the hype surrounding the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to take the 49ers to win and to cover. And I feel pretty confident because this is a business. And Las Vegas did not become what it is today by paying out the public. Big games in the Super Bowl, they typically don't pay out. big public money favorites. And so when we're looking at the most bet game of all time, the most money that has ever been bet on any event, the question you have to ask yourself, do you think they're going to pay the majority of the public? In my opinion, I don't think they will. I think they're going to pay the 49ers side, which has the less money bet. And I think the 49ers fans who are from California, which shares a border with Nevada, 49er fans are more likely to hang out in Las Vegas for an extra few days and party and live it up and give back any money that they might have won on the Super Bowl and then some. So I would imagine they take the Chiefs' money, they pay out the 49ers fans. Niners fans get drunk and party and spend money for the next few days in Las Vegas. And I'll bet you the majority of those Niner fans give back the majority of their winnings. And this is the plan all along, to get as much money out of the public as humanly possible. And so, being this is a business, Las Vegas is built on gambling revenue, I have no other choice than to make my own business decision. 49ers to win and to cover. Now, I have a few bets I want to give out besides just the 49ers winning and covering. I was looking into prop bets. I've never given out a prop bet at all on this channel. And I typically don't bet on player props. I don't really like player props because they can sit a player, they can have a player enter the game for 2 plays, pretend to get hurt, and sit that player. So I personally don't like player props, but there is one player prop that I do like in this Super Bowl. So I'm guessing a ton of money is going to be on Travis Kelce to score an anytime touchdown. The public is going to figure that Travis Kelce will score and that they're going to show Taylor Swift on camera. So I'm guessing the public is hammering Travis Kelce to score a touchdown, as well as various Travis Kelce props in order to get the camera to show Taylor Swift. So I'm not going to take any of those props. Instead, I'm going to go the other way. I'm liking George Kittle, Travis Kelce's counterpart, to have a touchdown. And I'm looking at the anytime touchdown prop bets, the odds. Christian McCaffrey being the favorite, followed by Isaiah Pacheco, Travis Kelce, Rashid Rice, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Aiyuk, and then George Kittle. So most people are expecting Travis Kelce to have a big game. Travis Kelce is getting the majority of the attention. George Kittle, in the world of scripted, pretend, fake, phony football, is every bit as good as Travis Kelce. They leave George Kittle wide open in quite a few football games. I've seen George Kittle personally score in the same game twice, multiple times. I even remember a game where George Kittle scored 3 touchdowns in a single game. They are known to leave George Kittle wide open, and then you see defenders purposely dive at his feet and miss. George Kittle is the type of player who gets left wide open and scores easily. There's the chance that he scores multiple touchdowns. He's a very recognizable character for the 49ers. He's camera friendly, ties back to the WWE. I remember seeing him last year at a WWE event. And so being that this guy is a very popular tight end, and with all of the emphasis being on Kelce, it makes sense to me that his counterpart, George Kittle, gets a touchdown. And it wouldn't shock me if Kelce didn't get any touchdowns. So I'm seeing odds like plus 185. Those are pretty good odds, but nothing too crazy to where for sure it won't happen. So I think if you're looking for a good prop bet, George Kittle to score a touchdown sounds like a good prop bet to me. So in the order in which I like these bets, if you were going to ask me which one bet would I make, the one bet I would make is 49ers win. That is my favorite bet. The second bet, 49ers to cover the 2 points. I feel pretty confident they will cover the 2 points. I think that people are teasing Kansas City way more so than they are teasing the 49ers. So you're going to see a lot of people teasing the Kansas City 2-point spread up to 9 points or 8 points. So being that tons of people are going to tease the spread and the total, and the majority are going to tease Kansas City up to the 8 points. You're going to see tickets, with Kansas City +8, +8.5, +9. It makes me think that you could see the 49ers win by 10 or more to cover the teaser bets. So it wouldn't shock me if the 49ers were to win by a blowout and win by 10 points or more to crush all the teaser bets. But if you were to ask me to make one bet, the one that I'm most confident with, 49ers to win. And then if you're looking for a fun prop bet, I like George Kittle to get an anytime touchdown. So those are my favorite bets for the Super Bowl. And I want to give you guys a few bets that I want to warn you to stay away from. Number one, a doink happening in the Super Bowl. The odds, last I checked, were at plus 650. There was a doink last year in the Super Bowl, and it paid out plus 450. So the odds have went up, and popularity of the doink has also went up because of my channel and my song Return of the Doink. I don't think they're going to pay out my audience at plus 650. I don't think they're going to reward Return of the Doink and let me sing the song in my Super Bowl breakdown video. So I think they're purposely going to not have a doink. The odds of there not being a doink are at minus 1,000, which means I regret to inform you. I'm sad to say there most likely will not be a doink. And so therefore, I would recommend you don't put your money on the plus 650 because it's probably not going to happen. And plus 650 is probably there to try and take money from my audience. So I'm going to warn my audience not to try and bet on a doink this year. It's probably not going to happen. And if you do, bet small. Finally, a proposal between Travis Kelce and Swifty has been talked about. I even mentioned it earlier in the season. I'm looking at odds on a marriage proposal. It's not looking good. Marriage proposal is not looking like it's going to happen. So I'm going to say there will be no marriage proposal. The 49ers are going to beat the Chiefs. Swifty is going to have to pretend to be upset. Kelce's probably not going to have a good game, being so many people have bet on him to perform well. So therefore, I'm going to predict no marriage proposal happens at the Super Bowl. So there you have it, y'all. 49ers to win and to cover Most likely, 49ers will win by 10 or more to cover the teaser bets. I like George Kittle to score a touchdown as my favorite prop bet. Stay away from the doink bet. Stay away from marriage proposal bets. And there you have it. My Super Bowl scripted picks. Good luck to you out there. Just because it's the Super Bowl doesn't mean you should bet everything you own. I'm not for sure that the Niners will win. It's not a guarantee, it's not a lock, but I am fairly confident. So, again, it's just one game. And just because it's the last game doesn't mean that you should uh, bet irresponsibly. So, having said that, make sure you bet responsibly. Don't bet anything more than you can't afford to lose. And if you disagree with me, and I'm sure a lot of you will, tell me all about it in the comments section down below. Whether you agree or disagree, let me know why you think Swifty's gonna win because it's Swifty. Tell me all about how the NFL won't let Swifty lose. Tell me all about how the NFL won't let the Chiefs lose. Tell me all about how there's more money in futures bets on the 49ers. I've heard it all. You can go ahead and tell me all about it in the comments section down below. I'm taking the Niners to win and cover. So if you're taking the Chiefs, you're rolling with gigantic public money in Las Vegas. Good luck with that. So until next time, this is Jake the A-hole, the guy who made the NFL being scripted go viral, the guy who made this subject talked about more so than it ever has. I'll be back next year to kick the NFL squarely in the balls again. So until next time, good luck. Enjoy your fake phony football game, and I will see you next time. Peace.